Alright, so good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome back to this lovely trading day. Today is Friday, of course, and it is, let me just put the date up there, it is the 21st of October 2024, Friday, and it's now almost 8 o'clock, 12:20 to 8, South African time, of course. For those who don't know, I live in South Africa. Alright, so I just want to go through these couple of trades that I took here. Alright, so just to recap on this account, I started this account. This is a demo account that I use on YouTube because I explain certain ways of trading and I do certain things on this account. That's why I use demo account, because I do explain stuff, how to trade, how not to trade, what happens if you don't trade right or you don't use a strategy. That's why I don't use my real account, because this is a training channel for serious traders. And this account, on this channel, I don't sell anything. I'm not going to sell anything. I'm just here to show you different methods of trading and then give you my way of trading and give you some trading ideas. And it's up for you to decide what you want to do. Alright, so I started this account on the 22nd of July. I decided to do this and trade live. The reason being for this channel excuse me, is purely because I see a lot of these trading gurus online selling people, especially the new traders. All traders, people that have been trading for a long time, know whatever those people are selling is bullshit. So I was just getting tired of going on YouTube and seeing these so-called trading gurus selling people stuff and scamming them. That's what this channel is for, and that's why this channel is an open channel for everyone to see. And I trade live on YouTube. Those gurus that want to sell you shit, you will never see them trade live, because they're not real traders. They are just scam artists scamming you, and they catch a lot of new traders. All traders we see what they do, and we see the bullshit. So that's why this trading channel is here. Alright, so let's go quickly through. This is a training YouTube channel. This is a demo account which I use to train people on. Alright, so I started this account on the 22nd of July, and that first month I traded the way I trade, using my style, with stop losses, only risking 1% of the account and doing all the right things. And if you go back on the videos, you'll see that first month we got the account up to a 4% gain. I think I made $400 in that 1 month. Alright, and then there was that there, and then I decided to bring the account right back down to 10,000. So I took all these losing trades here quickly just to get the account back down to 10,000. It's better to get the account back to 10,000 than to open a new demo account, because then I lose all this data, all this information get lost once you open up a new account. So I decided, alright, let me start again from 10,000 fresh. So I took all these losing trades quickly. Where were they? They were there, I think. You can go back on the videos. I can't. Oh yes. Oh wait. These were the losing stuff. Yeah, on this piece here from the 12th. Yeah, from the 12th of the 9th month. So I started trading and using examples of when you trade without using any form of strategy, any form of information, just seeing, oh, price is high, let me sell, or price is busy going up, let me buy, or price is busy falling, let me sell. And that's what happens to your account when you trade without a trading strategy. And I showed it on there. You can go back on the videos, go back to those. All my videos have got the time stamps or the dates on them, so you can go back. Then I'll explain this. This is what happens if you don't use a strategy, or you don't use, I still used, my 1% risk to reward ratio. So I still did that. But that's what happens if you haven't got any strategy or anything going. You're just willy-nilly just putting trades in. That's what happens to your account. Okay. So there I took a couple of these losing trades just to get the account back to 10,000. And then I showed you guys, alright, so what I'm going to do, it was from here, from the 7th of the 10th. So basically beginning of this month, what I did was I started trading, and I showed you guys how the big guys trade. You know, the institutional traders and the bank managers and hedge funds and all the big guys, how they trade. And I started trading that way, and I did a couple of videos on it. So I haven't been online for the last week, as I have been out the country for a bit, and I have been traveling a bit. So you know, I haven't been here to go live. So I did manage to take a couple of trades on it, and as you guys can see, you know, there's big rewards on these big trades. If you trade like the institutional traders do, there's big rewards to it, and you can make a lot of money, but it is very risky. It is very risky. So there, as you guys can see on the gold, it was $1,439, and then on the gold now, I think yesterday or the day before that, with a big drop on the gold, $1,175, as you guys can see there. This one was the oil, and then this one was the gold. I jumped in too early, so I just decided, you know, I'm gonna jump out and just jump out in the right place, and that's where that happened there. Okay, so this is the account. It's all there for everyone to see. Now every month that I open up this account and we go through it, you'll see there's different things happening on this account. That's why I use this demo account to go live, because I explain things and I do things in real time, so you guys can see real time what it is, where you make mistakes, and how easy it is to lose money when trading, especially if you don't have a plan or a strategy or any form of idea of how to trade. That's what can happen. So I'm using this account as an example, and to show you guys exactly what is going on. So for this month, it's almost the end of the month, we are up $2,991. So it's almost 30% on this account. Remember, it's a $10,000 account, so that is almost a 30% growth in 1 month, which is good, but you can't keep up that level of trading, because you are going to make a mistake. With this form of trading, like with you trade like the hedge funds, with this style of trading, there's no stop loss. There's no stop losses, there's no safety net, there's no nothing. So in an instant you can lose everything that you've worked for. Alright, so just to explain to you guys, this form of trading, yes, as you guys can see, yeah, you can make a lot of money. It is true, you can. But if you remember, I think a month or two ago, one of the other big traders also had a massive downfall. You can lose your money within minutes. Literally minutes, you can lose everything you've worked for, plus drain your whole account. Alright, so just to show you guys. Alright, so that's the history on this account so far. Now I'm gonna go over to the trades that I am in at the moment. So on this history, this that is here is not counted in yet. These trades that I have open at the moment. So I'm sitting at 13,400 actually that I'm at, if I close all these trades that I'm in at the moment. Alright, so I jumped into gold. So I had this, let me just put on the history so you guys can see there. I had this gold trade here where I did a short and another short, and remember, here's the one that I jumped out because it was going, I wanted to jump into a better position. So I did a sell there and I exited the sell there. That was at 1,200 or whatever, that 1,175. The other 1,400, let me exit here, let me just go a little bit, was this one right over here where I jumped in there for a buy and I exited there. I exited a bit too soon, but that's on the midline. But anyways, I could have had all that up there still, so I could have actually had double that amount, you know. I could have gotten that one up to 3,000 almost. But anyways, jumped out there. That was at 1,400 over there. So bought there, jumped out there, sold there. Let me go closer. Sold there. There's that too, the one that's a little bit of a profit, and then I jumped into another one. So I sold there and jumped out there. Now I did put another sell order in here right over there. This was yesterday where I put this one in because it is close to this little short-term mid over here, and is close to a support and resistance, and it is at the 50% retracement for this down move here. Okay, at the 50% retracement. Actually, from there. Let me just get it right, so it's at the right place. Alright, so and it's at the 50% retracement on this down move here. That's why I put a sell in there, because it tells me I've got a cross there, and it's on that level of well, if I look at it from a investor's point of view, if you see these big moves, you know there's a lot of sellers that jumped in there. So this for gold to do this move down means a lot of sellers have jumped in. A lot of people sold there to create this big move. So my mind, my mental state is now in a selling position. I'm now looking for sells. Yes, I'm not looking for long-term sells, because gold is a commodity that goes up and up and up, and especially with, if you look at the US, with the political instability there and whatever, which causes problems for the US dollars, you want to be cautious when you do this kind of, when you sell against the grain, basically, because gold is just going up. Plus, if, for example, if they assassinate Donald Trump, you will see the gold skyrocket, because that will create instability on the dollar. The dollar currency will go into an instability, or into a frenzy, into a dangerous zone. So people are going to take their dollars and buy gold, because gold is a very stable currency. It's a very stable thing that there is gold. So you don't necessarily want to be on the selling side of gold for too long. Okay, so just to refresh and recap, and just to let you guys know that you do not want to be on the selling side of gold for too long. All right. But as it pertains to gold, if nothing happens in the States, if everything still goes the same, then I do see a little bit of a pullback on the gold. Now, I do have a take profit over there for this one. Especially, I saw gold breaking through the mid here. This is a short-term mid. This is the long-term mid over there. Let me explain to you guys quickly. I want to go to that. There's another style of trading. When you do this, I'm going to start explaining a lot of random and a lot of styles that you can use for trading. That you can use for trading. So this is basically a wing strategy. I call it the wing strategy. So let me go to a different time frame here. I want to go quickly to the 6 hour time frame, because I like trading on the 6 hours. So let me go to the 6 hour quickly, and I want to show you guys quickly what I mean when I'm talking about the wing strategy. So you use your trend lines, and you basically want to draw in a wing. Once this loads, it just takes a while. Alright, you can see all the trades. I can take that off now, don't need that. That's just going to distract us. Basically what you're looking for is on the long term, on the high time frame. Like this is a 6 hour, you want to create the top, or draw a top trend line. So this is the top trend line there. So you're just drawing a trend line and connect all the tops to each other. That's your long-term trend line. So it won't necessarily pass that or go over that. It will find support, or it will find resistance. Yeah, it will find resistance at that one. And then you draw your bottom trend, your bottom trend line. So you connect all the bottom ends together. So that gives you your top and your bottom. Now here comes the trick to find out if price is going to continue higher or going to start breaking down lower. You need to find a mid in it as well. You will see when you do trade, you will start to see that there is mid ranges as well. So you need to find a spot that connects in the middle, that connects a lot of these little ones together. There. You can see that. Now that is your wing. This whole thing here is a wing, basically. So what I'm looking for is either price to stay between these two lines, because right from here to there, if you've drawn this trend line over there while gold was still here, you could have seen that gold is going to go higher. Now what you want to see now is gold break this mid trend line over here first, the mid one, which it's bouncing on, and then it should probably go back down to this bottom trend line there to go and touch the bottom trend line, and that is what I'm waiting for. So I hope that is explained properly. I like to draw, it's just 3 trend lines, and then I use these little trend lines in between as well, but these 3 ones are my main ones that I look at. These 3 trend lines over here. It's the top, the middle, and the bottom. Okay, so you want to see a lot of touching going on this. You can see that there is a trend line. You can see that it has been respected there as well, there. So, and it touched it there. So that's why you have your in between. You've got your top and your bottom, and then your in between. So gold I like to trade on the 30-minute time frame. So let's go back down to the 30-minute time frame. Now these are all just little in between trend lines that I've drawn. But basically, yeah, this is the top, this is the middle one, and it's going to go down to the bottom one. So what it did was it found resistance at the top one, which I thought it was going to do. That's why I put this sell in there yesterday, or day before yesterday, when this before the big drop occurred. I had a sell in, where was it? Let me just get back to my history there. I had my sell in there because I saw it was close to this top trend line, and usually it finds good resistance there, and I saw the big drop. That's why that one went very well. Okay, so I can take that off again. Now what I'm looking for is I want to find a short-term trend line to see where it might find some support, to make sure, or some resistance, to make sure that I'm in the right direction. Once I see price breaks through, so I saw that, okay, I knew that there's going to be a retracement coming up. I was just waiting for the retracement to stop, and there I saw that retracement stop there. So I'm like, okay, there is the breakdown. I can take this thing away. I don't need this. Let me just delete that. I saw, okay, there is selling pressure coming in there. You can see sellers are coming in there. So this should be, the top of that one. So I can make a trend line basically from there and connect these two together in one trend line, as you can see there. And it is respecting that the trend line I drew yesterday, before any of this was here. And I did jump into the trend. I did jump in for a sell as well once I saw that. So I've got another sell open there. And so as long as it's respecting this little trend line, we're getting closer to this mid trend. This is now, remember, the higher time frame mids over here. So once it gets to the middle here, it's probably going to find some support and either jump back up to the upside, which is if it breaks through this trend line over here, I'm going to exit that trade, maybe for a small loss or maybe for a small little gain over there. But if it continues and breaks through this mid-trend line, then I more or less know that, okay, we are going in it for, we're going to aim for this next trend line over there. That is the bottom trend line, which is here. That is the long-term bottom trend line. So if it does break through this mid-trend line over here, I can be sure that if nothing in the world happens, if nothing, news-wise happens too serious, then we should see a little bit of a continuation down to the downside and maybe hit this take profit over there. And then I would suggest that from here we should see gold go back up again to the upside. Alright, but for now, that's why I do draw these little trend lines in between as well. So I've got more or less an idea of what I'm looking for. I like for these crosses. I like looking for these crosses where trend lines crosses. Like here comes another cross over here. So if it breaks through, it might take a stab back. Let me just draw this. Let me just make this one a bit longer here so you guys can see what I mean. Okay, so there is another cross over there. So if it decides to break through here, we might see a retest on that one and then see a bigger drop. Because usually close to the crosses is where you see the big drops happening. Like that cross over there, big drop. Close to that cross there, we saw the jump up to the upside. Usually where these crosses happen is where the action happens as well. So look there, see there's a cross there, and just before that cross, you saw that, and the price went back up to the upside. So that's why I like trading with trend lines and so forth, because they do get respected most of the times. Support and resistance, not always. People more tend to respect trend lines than support and resistance areas. Alright, so just to explain to you guys there. So coming from the gold, that's what I'm hoping for and waiting for, is to find some resistance over there, break through this mid trend line over here, the long-term mid trend line, come back for a retest, and then find the sellers and just jump in and sell and go back down to the downside. That's what I'm hoping for. But if that doesn't happen, if it breaks this trend line over here, then I'll jump out the trade, because then I know, okay, it's found support and it's on its way back up again. Okay, so then my mind will shift to buying again. That's for the gold. Now I've got the euro yen in and the US yen that I've got in. These two trades are still running nicely, but these are long-term trends, long-term trades. It's going to be in here for a while. And as you can see, I've got the wing pattern there as well, drawn in. So we might find support over here, and then it might go back up down to there, break the mid, maybe go up to the high. So from what I see here, we definitely, I'm thinking, going to have still a massive move to the upside, but this is going to take time. This is two trades that I'm in for the long run. So the reason I like trading euro especially is the broker I use have got 0 commissions on euro. So whenever I trade the euro, especially being a swing trader, my trades are in sometimes for weeks at end. I don't pay commission or overnight fees for having the trade in overnight and so forth. So you need to also, when the type of trading style that you use, if you're a scalping day trader or a swing trader, you need to find a suitable broker that will benefit your trading style. For me, I'm a swing trader, a long-term trader, so that's why I use Tickmill is the trading is what I use. Tickmill is the brokers I use, and they have got 0 commission on euro trades, and their fees are so low. It is so nice. I just like them. So they don't sponsor me or anything. I just tell you guys what works for me. This is a truth channel, so there's no BS here. All right. So as you guys can see, I did jump into this trade here. This is a long-term trade. There's my buy, as you can see there, that is a buy that has been opened, and I've got a trailing stop that I've got, but I'm thinking about just taking this trailing stop and moving it a little bit further down, because it might still come back in and then move to the upside, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is a long-term trends. The US yen exactly the same, jumped in there, and it's going the right direction. This one you can see is moving above the mid, and it should still go up, or it should still come down and find some support over here somewhere. So I also need to move this stop loss, well, trailing stop, a wee bit down if it does want to go down. There we go. Alright, so but I'll just keep an eye on it, because it could still break down and find support on this. Remember, here's this long-term trend line over here, could still find support here. That'll be a nice big pullback and then jump to the upside. But these are long-term trades that I'm in. It's going to be there for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. We just don't know. The Euro USD, I missed this completely. I completely missed this trade. These two, the Pound USD and the Euro USD, I missed these two big opportunities that I missed. But anyways, there will be plenty more. I've got an oil trade in here as well. Now, the oil I don't like to trade on my broker. I like to trade the oil good, but yeah, on this demo account, it's not so lucky trading it, because it gives you these wide. Yeah, it's not good. But anyways, I've got a buy open on the oil. Reason I've got a long-term buy on the oil on my account as well is because of the conflict in the Middle East. At any minute, full-blown war can break out, and when war breaks out, oil tends to jump to the upside quite dramatically. Reason for that is anything that's in demand, prices go higher. So the more in demand it is, the higher it costs, the more it costs. So you're going to have tanks and planes and trains, and you're going to have logistically when a war starts, and all those things uses diesel and fuel, to operate. And what is diesel and fuel made of? Oil. So of course people are going to buy, countries are going to buy oil by the masses, and that's what happens. And so I'm waiting for that spike. I'm in it for the long term because I'm waiting for that spike to happen. Not to say I'm advocating for war or whatever, but if it does happen, I want to be on the right side of making money. Okay, so that's why I want a buying position in the oil. Remember, I'm a long-term trader. I trade long-term. I don't scalp. I'm not a day trader. I trade long-term because I still have got a life. I'm a musician, so I travel a lot. So I can't spend time. I can't sit in front of a computer every day, all day, scalping. So the type of trading that I do fits in with my lifestyle. You shouldn't let your lifestyle fit in by your trading. That's one thing I see a lot of people do. They try and scalp and try and work in, no. There's different ways of making money by trading, different styles, different ways that you can do it. So choose a style that fits with your lifestyle. Don't change your lifestyle to fit in with trading. Okay? Just because you see people making money scalping or whatever, there are people making money doing day trading. There are people making money, doing swing trading. It's just the way you want to trade. Now, swing trading, yes, it's a long journey. You trade more, and it takes longer to build up, but your profits are bigger when you do long-term trading, and your risk factor, your angst or your worry is less when you're trading long-term, like swing trading and so forth, because you put a trade in, you leave it, and you go on with your life. Tomorrow you'll just quickly have a good look, okay, and you leave it and you go on with your life. For people that still works and works long hours, this type of trading that I do is the best way to trade. Okay. I just wanted to explain that as well. Okay, so I did also jump into the Dow as well, the Dow Jones, the US 30, for those of you who don't know. I jumped into the Dow for a buy. Reason being is at a long-term trend line now at the moment, and you can see it is finding support. So I'm hoping for the Dow to take a stab up to the trend line over there, the mid-trend line again. So it's at the bottom trend line now. As soon as I see it breaks through the bottom trend line and finds resistance at the bottom trend line, then I'll jump out for a small loss, but it's not a big problem. But I'm hoping to see the Dow just move a little bit to the upside. I did draw this one in there, so that's what I would like to see for Dow, just to head to that direction over there, and maybe break through and maybe to this long-term top trend line over there. But yeah, that's for the Dow. So just to explain to you guys the trades that I'm in at the moment, the gold, and then I'm in, is still going good. But this trade yesterday, what was it? Went Tuesday or Monday? Tuesday. Was a good. This down over there, this drop was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. Alright, so I'm back in it again for a selling opportunity, but we'll see how it goes. So, yes, and that's my ideas. And if you have anything you want to listen to, or anything you want advice on, please comment down below. Put it in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel. This is a no BS channel where I trade live, and I give my ideas live with the dates and everything on it. And I open up my history every now and then, so you guys can see exactly what's happening, and you know that I'm not talking any BS when it comes to trading. For my side, have a good one. Let's keep the real trading up, and let's do this. Have a good one. Cheers.